Hello, this is Dr. Aisha Butalia. I welcome you back for the second session. Till now, you might have understood what is transaction. Okay, all the fundamentals we discussed in the previous session. Now, as you can see on the PPT, a transaction is a unit of program execution that accesses, possibly updates various data items. So what comes under updates? DML operation. What is DML operation? Select. So select means read operation. Okay. In simple terms, select operation in SQL language, in transaction language, it is read operation, because select means what? You're just selecting the data. So you are reading the data item. Write means in SQL, you have got insert, update, delete, and select. So select is the read, update is the write. Now over here, write can be a new data item, or you can update the existing data item. So in SQL, insert and update is different. Insert means writing a new item. Update means updating, editing the existing data item. Here, write means both. Insert and update both. That is called write in transaction language. So as you can see here, read A means you are A means what you are doing? You are getting the A data item from the hard disk to the main memory. You should know this, because in interviews, such simple things are asked. Even in quiz, because people don't know. Read. As you said, what is database management? Manage. No, they are not asking you the same words from the definition. No. You need to show that you really know the concepts, because you are not BCom student. Even BCom student learn DBMS, SQL. And everybody has in BCA, MCA. They are engineering students. Engineering students should know the hardware concept, and you should know why you are doing it. You know, there are three things. Why, which is inner circle, outer circle is what, and more outer circle is how. You people only focus on how and maybe what and to some extent. But engineering students should focus on why. How and what BCom students are there to do it. Yeah, you can hire a BCom student to get your code done, because they also go through programming applications courses and they can do it. You should focus on why. Okay, and from today I'm telling you, if you want to really look as an engineering student apart from the normal students, your attitude should focus on why. On everything you should focus why. If your mom is saying this subject to be made, why? You should question why, mom, you have selected this thing. Because she will say in the fridge only this much list is available. So that is what your data is actually. Okay, your mom will say no more clothes to be bought. You ask why. Of course, don't argue. Just in curiosity, ask yourself why she is saying no. Probably you will understand the person better. Why? Because she will say already your cupboard is full. So your database is full, dear. First clear that so that new database should enter. Okay. So read data item. Then what is this? A is equal to A minus 1. Once read data item is A is in the primary memory, then we do the DML operations, whether delete, add, minus, subtract, multiplication, okay, all the manipulation operations. After that, we say write. What does that mean? Write means save. Save means now this data item is updated. Now suppose it was 100 initially when we did. This will say that it will become A minus 50 means it will become 50. And then when you say write, it will be saved to the hard disk. Then next time when you try to retrieve the A data item, it will be 50. Easy? You know this, but till now you are not knowing how to write it. Okay. Now read B data item. B is equal to B plus 50. So if B is 100, it will be 150 and it will be stored as 150. So A is now 50 stored, B is now 150. Both were 100 initially. Okay, so two main issues to deal with it. Failure of various kinds, such as hardware failure and system crashes. Now, if suppose in between first statement, second statement, third, fourth, fifth, sixth on the screen, you can see the 6 statements. If suppose the system crashes after second statement, what will happen? It won't change in hard disk. So what will be the data value of A? 100. Easy? Okay, suppose the system crashes after first. What is the data value of A? 100. If the system crashes after 3, what is the data value of A? 50. If the system crashes after 5, what is the data value of A? 50. And what about B? 100. Good. So the challenge is that if the system crashes. Now, in real life example, what is transaction? Okay? Bank, you requested to transfer the amount 10 lakh rupees from account A to account B. So first, A will get operated from account A and it will be transferred 10 lakh to amount B. In between, you did some manipulations, means editing. Okay, what you can do? 10 lakh nikala A item, उसमें से 50,000 रुपए रख लिया, and then you transferred in another. What happens when you take out the amount? You had the read operation, system crashes. होगा क्या? In the system नहीं जाएगा. Disaster. So that means the transaction. What was the transaction? These all 6 statements are a part of one transaction. So it is a unit of program execution. Okay, so how many instructions in this transaction? 6. If the challenge is, if in this transaction where you are trying to transfer amount from A to B account, and if the power failure in between, what will happen? Amount will get deducted, but it will not get transferred. It's a very, very heavy loss for that particular user. So, transaction, you understood the concept. Instructions involved in the transaction, read operation item. What are the challenges? The power failure. Now the topic is how to handle it. Can you suggest how to handle such power failures? You are a database administrator. Yes? Every time this will happen, then what happens? Do you know in Gram Panchayat area, light goes on every half an hour? People, do you get such confirmations very frequently from bank? Nowadays, GPay, Google Pay is having such transaction error, server down. People are irritated and going to phone pay. It's a heavy loss to the Google Pay people. Because they are not handling this problem properly. And then they are going through heavy losses because they don't know how many crores of people are using it. So if people are leaving and going to payback, the company is at stake. So you need to handle it. So the solution is atomicity, which is the first asset property of transaction. Atomicity. And what is atomicity? The transaction either should be null or full, but never partial. Write it down. Atomicity means it is a property of a transaction which says that a transaction should be either null, N-U-L-L. Null means it should not happen. Okay, either the transaction should be null or full. Full means either it should be completed fully. All the instructions in the execution code of a transaction should be fully executed, but not partial. And why? We already discussed it. Because power failure can get us to heavy losses in the transaction. Okay? In real life, there can be miscommunication. You are trying to tell something very important, you called a person and your mobile switch off. There can be breakups on that note. On an easy note for a lecture, it can be. Okay. So similarly, here the breakup will be that hard breakup of 10 lakh transaction coming from A but not going to B. Okay. So coming to the topic, it should be either null or full but not partial. That is the first asset property of a transaction, atomicity. So in SQL, how do we handle that? Commit. Commit is the instruction. Write commit before you start the instruction and write commit before after the end of the transaction. Anywhere if there is a power failure between two, commit. How you write? COMMIT semicolon. Just enter, write the entire transaction code, again write commit. Okay, so if there is a power failure between two commit instructions, then it will go back to square one. Okay, if there is no power failure, it will do commit. Commit is basically nothing but simple language save. आपने कुछ डेटा एडिट किया वर्ड फाइल में, आपने सेव बटन नहीं दबाया, पावर फेलियर हो गया, डेटा गॉन. Same thing is commit. Easy. Now suppose you want to do partial commit. So in between, after the second statement, you can write save point. Save point. So undo भी होता है word file में, save के बाद undo होता है. So even if you save, you can go back. Now to go back till where? Over here, the roll back, the undo button which we use in the word file. Here the instruction is roll back. ROLLBACK. Write down. So suppose after fifth statement, I say roll back. Where it should go to roll back? To the last commit. So that it will start from scratch. But suppose in between I have written save point T1 and I made that SAVEPOINT. Save point and made anything. Say T1 and I say roll back. Then where it will go? For example, I repeat, after third statement, I say, sorry, after second statement, I will say roll save point T1. Before first statement, I say commit. Now, after fifth statement, I say roll back. Where it will go? To the commit. But suppose I want to go to the second. Then you should say roll back P1. Roll back P1. In word file, you do not know where to undo. It goes to the last. Redo and undo. But in over transactions, you can define where you want to, till when you want to do undo. Clear? So this is all about atomicity, how to handle it using SQL, commit, save point, rollback. You can grant roles for this transaction. Grant roles means you can just check out on SQL homework, do that. Okay. How to grant roles? Find the SQL statements. So what can be the roles? Certain users you will only give read access. So you can mention in that SQL statement. Okay, you need to do this homework and come next time. So, and I will give you some time also. I'll finish the lecture fast. So even the time which is left, you can do homework here also, here only, discuss among yourself. You already have Google, okay, internet. So the roles can be read, write, and update. Some people, write and update is the same thing in transaction. So you can give some people read access, some people write access. Okay, some people you can give roles to create tables. Everybody doesn't have even facility to create tables. So you can define roles, but you can't do it actually practically because this only DBA can do, database administrator, the person who has designed allocated you as a user. Okay, so in our college, the DBA can do that, or maybe the DBA can give you access as a sub admin and you can use these roles. But if you have a comp of your own and you are the admin, you can try in your laptop. Clear? But then also you have to see which version you have installed, and during the version also it asks whether you are a client or you are an admin or a user. So you just check out if you have any issues in that. So now coming to the next, what is here? Consider transaction of $50 to account A to account B. So the same code, okay, in terms of account. If the transaction fails step 3 before step 6, money will be lost. This is what we discussed, right? So failure could be through software or hardware. We don't know. The system should ensure. So the technique also I told you, commit rollback. Now what is durability? Just read on the slide. Once the user has been notified that the transaction has completed. The updates of the database by the transaction must persist even if there is software or hardware failures. See, commit means it is saved in the hard disk. Now you only just think for maybe fraction of seconds, how can you maintain the durability? Here it means that what happens if the hard disk fails? The topic is very simple. Huh? See, I'm telling you, I make the topics very simple because I'm going on the English language. They're not very difficult. But then you have to think, no? Because I give the answer, then you stop thinking. Save will solve your problem of volatile and non-volatile memory. But what about if the non-volatile memory only crashes? What can you do? In real life, what you do? If your one dress gets damaged, you don't have other dresses. What? If one uniform, if you have only one uniform, in college we wear uniform. You need to have spare, right? You can't trust. So even in database, you need to have. Okay. So I'll give you one more homework. I'm giving you a lot of homework, but it's not necessarily that you should do it right away by tomorrow, but maybe in a week's time, whatever homework I'm giving. So I have got a YouTube channel by name of Aisha Butalia. If you want, I'll give all the lectures I have conducted on DBMS. Of course, you will get a lot of topics on what I have taught. Some are very non-technical also. Stick to DBMS topics. I have covered all these topics there again in detail. Transaction management, entire unit is covered on my YouTube channel. That doesn't mean I'm not going to take lecture here, but that durability concept, which only a 2-line code is there, you've got 4 YouTube lectures on that, which covers RAID levels, RAID. I think we should stop here because then it will go too heavy. RAID, there are 6 levels. There are 6 levels of RAID. RAID is redundant array of independent disks. You can write down. Redundant array of independent disks. What is redundant? Repetitions. Very good. Have you done the topic normalization? What is normalization? Write down the definition of normalization from the expert in one line. Normalization is reducing the redundancy, still maintaining consistency. Still maintaining consistency. I've got 10 files with the same data. Who likes it? Because if there is duplication, you need to, if you update in one file, you need to update in 9 files. So redundancy is not easy. Huh? You can duplicate things, but it creates consistency problem. You understand? So redundancy creates consistency. But at times, you need to reduce the redundancy because repetition gets irritated. Normalization is nothing but reduce the redundancy in order to, but still retaining consistency. For example, if I got a table of all your students and roll number 1 is repeated 10 times, don't you think it will increase my transaction time if I want to solve something? So we did not want redundancy at times. But by reducing certain data, if you are not maintaining the consistency, पता चला कि उसका data library में से हटा दिया, sorry, main table से हटा दिया, तो library में क्या होगा? It is from issue है, college छोड़ चला. ये क्या हो गया? Inconsistency. अगर उसका नाम चेंज हो गया है, मेन टेबल में नाम चेंज किया, लाइब्रेरी टेबल में नाम चेंज नहीं किया, वापस सर्च ही नहीं होगी. उसको कोई इश्यू करना होगा या उसको कोई पेनल्टी लगानी होगी, can't trace it. So normalization is removing redundancy, still maintaining consistency. So RAID levels we were talking about. Why RAID levels? To handle durability. Check out on the tutorial channel to see all the RAID levels. Of course, we will introduce it in the class also sometime. So RAID level means redundant array of independent disks. So redundant means you are creating duplicate disks. Why? Because if one hard disk crashes, you have got a copy of it somewhere else. But always remember, if there is competition going on in this hard disk, those all copies also need to be updated. That is the challenge. So with every problem we try to solve in DBMS, we get a challenge. We get a challenge. Is that clear? And that's project. That's life. Otherwise, there will be no jobs. Jobs are there because there are challenges, and we want to hire people who can think of solutions to solve those challenges. Should we stop here? Thank you for your patience listening. This is Dr. Aisha Butalia signing off.